Finally, we're going to be reviewing one of the trending movies right now on YouTube titled Gen Z Wife. This movie features the amazing characters Nebe and Timini Eguso as lead roles. So guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Substance TV and I am Substance the girl with the movie scoop. This particular movie is one movie that is dear to my heart and we're going to dissect this movie. We're going to talk about the facts about this movie and the truth about this movie. Did it work? Did it not work? We're going to talk about the hype on this movie. Was it worth it or not? And also their performances. So guys, the movie Gen Z Wife talks about how a young girl got married to the love of her life. This young girl belongs to the Gen Zs, right? She was poor. She was from a very wealthy family where she had everything at her beck and call. She grew up with her father and, the father gave her the beautiful things of life. She never lacked anything. She literally lived the life with their local lifestyle, okay? She just lived this kind of soft girl life. She was in her soft girl era and she had this love of her life that literally loved her so much. Yeah, this guy was, head over heels in love with her and she as well was head over heels in love with the guy. Characters played by Nebe and Timini Egbuson. Like every other marriages, yeah, their marriage was not different. It was filled with both sweetness and challenges. A lot of challenges in this marriage. As a Gen Z wife now, this lady was all about, sitting pretty and enjoying money, just baby girl treatment. She didn't want to do anything at all. She was always on her phone. She was the social media freak, an influencer, always on her phone 247 creating content. And her husband, knowing fully well that this particular wife of his is a Gen Z wife, that is her person. Okay, he had already known her from the very start. He knew how much she loved social media, how much she loved her life out there, and he was also there to encourage her, to support her. He was a very caring husband, guys. Yes, so there are a lot of things that happened in these people marriage, and the fact that these people were able to handle their marital issues, the fact that these people were able to love themselves so much, the fact that these people were able to just handle any circumstance that come their way, being a very young couple, they and people from different backgrounds, people from different upbringing. It was quite a lot from them. It was super interesting. We saw how they managed it. We saw how, it was kind of difficult for the both of them, but they were determined to make it work simply because of the love they had for each other, and the understanding they had for each other. So guys, that's about the movie. We had a lot of things that happened in this movie, and believe you me, this is no spoiler alert. Yeah, this is no spoiler alert, but we're going to talk about their performances in total and talk about our credit scenes in this particular review. Yeah, so guys, for me, the performance of Timini Egbuso playing the character of Ike Ikechukwu was one that I say was a very brilliant and an excellent performance. Okay, coming from Timini Egbuso, our Mr. Romantic, like the ladies guy, bad boy teams, he put a very good and excellent performance in this movie. Timothy in this movie was a very mature man. Okay, he was a very loving husband, a sweet husband, but irrespective, the guy still gets shoko for head. Okay, there are sometimes that his wife might be too excess. Okay, he might not be able to tolerate her excesses and he just reacts, and his reaction might be verbally. He doesn't hit hard, or it was a very sweet and loving husband that literally know how to just get his wife. So that was about his character in this movie. I love the fact that he made his character look so believable. Timini is one particular actor that when he acts like this, you feel his acting, you feel the originality of his movie, you feel how real it is. Okay, he made this movie look so natural. You literally love his performance in this movie because I didn't feel like I was watching a movie. I felt like this was happening real. Okay, we were on a journey. We saw their love journey. We enjoyed it. We experienced it. It was beautiful. It resonated with us, especially me. Like I was literally in the movie. All right, I could feel every emotions in this movie. I laughed. I smiled. There were points where I even had to just kind of feel for the both of them. Okay, because they just made the movie look so original. They made it look so natural. They were in the movie. I could feel their comfortability in the movie. I could feel how confident they were in acting. I could understand how, free they were and how friendly they were in this movie, that they could just, tally and just create something beautiful. Another thing about this guy's performance is his chemistry with Chinenebe. It was heavenly. It was mighty. It was beautiful. Yeah. Timini is one particular person that when he's loving in a movie, he loves, okay? And there's something about Timini's character, okay? Whenever Timini is acting a lover boy in a movie, romantic guy, trust me, he still has this trait of stubbornness in his acting. All right, he has this trait of stubbornness, he has this trait of flirtiness that literally brings beauty to his character, to his movie, yeah. And that literally was what made it so amazing for his own character, being that he's acting this character with, Chinet Enebe, who also kind of fits into his kind of person. Okay, it's added a lot of beauty to his character. So, guys, overall, Timini's acting in this movie was a 10 over 10 minus nothing. Yeah, you see, this particular character played by Timini, I do not think anyone would have done it any better. I feel like this is just Timini in his element. Okay, Timini is a very romantic actor, and he has this blend of stubbornness in being romantic, okay, and that is the beauty of Timini. That is Timini for you. That is his brand. Okay. When you talk about Timini, you talk about this aspect of Timini's acting. Yeah. Now, talking about the character played by Chine Nebe, she played the character Betty, the Gen Z wife, the spoiled child, the spoiled wife, the lazy wife. In fact, Chine was a handful in this particular movie. And the fact that she will do something wrong and she doesn't know it's wrong, okay, she has been so over pampered by her father that she literally did not know how to do anything, and she talks anyhow. She doesn't even know that sometimes what she's saying is actually wrong. And she was so babyish in this movie, she was so childish in this movie. And the fact that her husband understood her role, understood her character, and were able to bring out something beautiful. And the fact that Chinese also understood the character well and just delivered a very wonderful performance is to be applauded, guys. Yeah. So Chineye's character in this movie was quite amazing. Yes, she acted as a sports child who was so much in love with her husband. Okay, we saw their down times, we saw their lovely moments, and it was quite beautiful coming from Chineye's side. I love their moments of romance. I love their moments of affection. I love their moments of quarrels, fights, arguments. It was a beautiful experience, okay? And the fact that they had the perfect way of resolving their conflicts was quite applaudable for them, okay? This particular movie really teaches a lot of lessons. All these young marriages, these Gen Z marriages. This movie is quite very much relatable, all right? We see them in young marriages and things like this happen. And this movie literally tells how to resolve conflict, okay, how to resolve conflict in marriages, okay. It also tells that as people in love, you have to make sacrifices. Somebody will have to compromise. You have to be understanding. You have to be tolerant. You have to be patient. You have to be mindful. Yeah. And this movie had everything, like I said. It had everything from beginning to end, from start to finish, from top to bottom. Yeah. We saw the ups and downs. We saw everything in the movie, and it was quite beautiful. Talking about this people's chemistry, it was to die for. Yeah, one of its kind. We never had this kind of strong chemistry in a long time. Okay, we never had this kind of storyline. Like, this storyline is so unique that I'm so excited. Okay, and the fact that it is coming from a very reputable production, Uchida Munabo's production, directed by Chidi Ayanwu Chidox. But that's by the way. Talking about the other supporting actors, we have Timini Egbuson's mother in this movie, Patricia Charles. This woman was another woman that literally added beauty to this movie. Like, her presence in this movie added spice to the movie, okay. It brought another dimension of the movie, and it was quite beautiful. Her acting was perfect. She was good. Like, this mother was literally a mother in this movie. Yeah, her acting, like I said, was beautiful. Like, I don't even know what to say again, because everyone just killed their acting. Everyone brought in their A game into this movie. The character played by Chineye Nebe's father, Solomon Akeyisi. Guys, it's been a while I saw this man act in movies, and having this man back to movie is quite so interesting. I love the fact that we are having back our legends in movies, yeah. So his performance in this movie was also beautiful. Yes, Sir really delivered a very outstanding performance. The man that loved his daughter so much, he pampered his daughter so much, like he could literally do anything for his daughter, yeah. So he gave us that character of a man who has literally spoiled his daughter so much, the character of a man who single-handedly trained his child, and he was mindful of his child. Okay, so that was what we saw coming from Mr. Solomon. Yeah. The character played by Betty's best friend, Amarachi Ude. Amarachi Ude was a really true friend, like a friend that you should have as a friend. Okay, she was always there for her bestie. She was happy for her, and even in times of down times, she had good advice for her friend. Okay, I love the fact that she was able to pull a very excellent performance in this movie. Yeah, her role in this movie was a very simple one. Okay, she was just asked to act as a very nice friend, a very genuine friend. Okay, someone who has you by heart. Okay, and she played that so well. We also have the character played by the house help, Ogechukwu Anaso. So Ogechukwu Anaso did a very good job in this movie, okay? And I was really, really surprised. I have never seen Ogechi Anaso in such a character before, and seeing her do this housemaid character well was quite encouraging. Yeah, and I actually thought we were going to get more from her, being that she, as a very beautiful girl acting as a maid, I thought we're going to have another dimension or dynamics in this movie, but that didn't happen. I love the fact that it was very much unpredictable. Yeah, this movie was unpredictable. You cannot tell what would happen. Okay, they took us by surprise, and it was a very interesting one. I love this. I love the suspense in this movie. I love the shock we got. Okay, I love the fact that we that were thinking, oh, something would happen between Timy and the house help. All right, we're just having our minds high because of the kind of person we already know Timy as in movies, and the fact that this young beautiful girl is acting as a maid. But no, okay, we didn't have all those. Okay, this literally took us by surprise, and that was beautiful. Now, talking about the credit scenes for me in this movie, like I said, there are a lot of credit scenes for me in this movie, but I think I'm going to list out 3 credit scenes for me in this movie. The first credit scene for me was the point where Timy had to tell his wife to go wash her underwears, and her reaction was quite funny and very much uncalled for. And then she was like, she's going to leave the marriage, and it was like, after paying for your wedding, do you know how much I spent? So that particular accident in this place was quite funny, very much funny. Okay, a lot of people even said that was literally their own credit scenes in the movie. Okay, so another credit scene for me in this movie was the point where Chineye had to invite her father over because of they laughed at her and she felt like they were treating her badly. Okay, so she invited her father, and then her husband was so pissed. You see that argument they had in the room, okay, where she had to return his ring and she had to pack her things out. I think that literally is my best, like my best scene in the movie. Like it had everything. Okay, that particular scene took me by surprise. I literally found myself fast forwarding to that particular part, to that particular scene. Okay, that scene was so beautiful. I love the fact that we saw a different team. Now we saw the Timy that we know. Okay, so Timy was in his elements in that particular scene, and it was quite beautiful. And the third credit scene for me in this movie was when they made out. Yeah, when Chineye came back to the house, okay, and she told her husband that she's going to give them another chance. I loved what went on in that particular place. And guys, please, I need to bring a fourth credit scene. Okay, I cannot do it without saying it. Fourth credit scene. The fourth credit scene for me in this movie was the point where they both were on the bed, and Chineye was like, all right, because she had already changed by that time, okay, and she was like, she wants to do something, she wants to start up a business. I love the reaction of her husband's face. It was just everything. All right, I just feel like these people just put a very beautiful performance. They were both comfortable in their acting. They made us feel their experience in this movie. The journey was beautiful, like it was smooth, it was soft, it was just everything for us. Yeah, so talking about the cinematography, the directing, a beautiful one. Like I'm gonna give it a 10/10 for that. The sound also was so good. The pacing was very steady. The soundtrack was interesting. Yeah, I love the soundtrack. And very much importantly, guys, I want to also commend the script writer of this movie, like Chidera Uozo. This is a very amazing story, a very amazing script. The dialogue on point, very much engaging, a beautiful story. Like, how can a script writer be this brilliant? Like, this is a very brilliant script, okay? And I must also applaud the script supervisor for this great supervision. Though I observed something in this movie, yeah, especially in the conversation between husband and wife, there was something very much contradicting, but I don't want to talk about that because I felt like, there are a lot of beautiful scenes and beautiful moments in this movie, and basically you cannot have a very much perfect movie. There will be little mistakes in movies, okay, but I'm not going to talk about that because I'll put that as an oversight on the supervision aspects. All right, but for me, this movie is a sure 10/10. All right, they all did well. They killed their roles. They brought in their A game. So guys, if you are yet to see Gen Z Wife, you all need to go run to Uchenabonabos TV and watch it. Let's take this movie to millions of views because it is worth it. Thank you so very much, guys, for watching. Please do also like, share, and subscribe to Substance TV for more amazing movie reviews, recommendations, and trends. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.